It's a vibrant morning because I can see lots of smiles and happy people around. And we're going to start the day. Of course, throughout the entire day, we have another fun-filled and superb, adventurous day. So we will start with the opening address, Empowering the Talent of Tomorrow. And we have with us Professor Dr. Samit Ray, Chancellor of the Adamas University. May I request you, sir, to kindly come onto the dais and present the opening address. And a round of applause for Professor Dr. Samit Ray as I invite him onto the dais. Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. I am grateful to the organizers of the INFOCOM and initiative of Anandabajar Putrika for inviting me as a speaker today on the topics empowering the talent of tomorrow's. Talent implies the ability or capacity that an individual possesses in a specific field. Performing arts, sports, academics, or leaderships. This skill is not necessarily an innate gift or comes to him naturally. But recent researchers have demonstrated that talent can be acquired through practice, dedications, and continuous learning. Expression of talent also varies from one domain to another. A performing arts talent can be expressed through expressions or creativity. A talented sports person has to demonstrate physical ability, spirit, to be an intellectual of the first order, adapt in problem solving, and demonstrate critical understanding of specific issues. A talented leader has to be passionate and tolerant, develop an attitude to feel the pulse of the public and exhibit the capacity of short-term and long-term thinking. For any nations to develop and sustain its growth, it is essential to discover, nurture, and empower talent. Discovery of one's talent involves creation of opportunities for pursuit of her interest and passions and facilitate experimental and self-assessment. Individual needs to be encouraged to explore the strengths and identify the areas in which they have a natural inclination to excel. Once talent is identified among an individual or a group, we need to provide guidance and opportunities for the realization and improvement of the special expertise. Empowering talent means providing the opportunities and support necessary for individual to reach their full potential. It means giving individual the confidence and freedom to take risks and think outside the box. This process of empowering talent of tomorrow can be facilitated by supporting and creative mentors and educators. We require to impact quality and holistic education that can equip the youth with the necessary knowledge and critical thinking compassion to address the multiple challenges to our ever-changing world. Such a teaching learning process calls for a balance between the theoretical and applied subject, imparting of the practical skill, fostering of a spirit of problem-solving, creativity, and adaptability. And of course, mentorships and the guidance for the experienced personalization who can inspire, support, and nurture the young talent by motivating them both to take up new challenges and make them learn from failures. For a country like India, with a rich characters, this also calls for the nurturing and inclusive culture that values diversity, multiplicity, and toleration. Mental health support should be readily available to be able individuals overcome personal issues and realize their potentials. To conclude the empowering the talent of tomorrow, we create potentials for a better world to live in by providing quality and holistic education, effective mentorships, and inclusive environment, and utilizing digital technology in an equitable manner. We can unlock the hidden qualities of youth and empower the talent of tomorrow, thereby creating one of the preconditions for a more equitable and sustainable world to live in. I am here reminded here of the following passion quotation: when you empower talent, you create a ripple effect of positive change that can inspire others to reach for greatness. Thank you.
May I request Professor to kindly come onto the dais once again, please, and I'll request Mr. Somnath Guha to kindly come forward to do the honors. Here is Professor Samit Roy, and Mr. Somnath Guha will felicitate Professor Samit Roy. Thank you very much, sir. Winners don't do different things, they do things differently. Shiv Khera inspires and encourages individuals to realize their true potential. He has taken his dynamic personal messages to opposite sides of the globe, from the US to Singapore. His 40 years of research and understanding has put millions on the path of growth and fulfillment. One of the world's most respected speakers on attitude, leadership, motivation, and values. He has the rare ability to energize an audience, yet deliver complex matters in a simplified manner. Before I invite Mr. Shiv Khera onto the dais, we have a small video to play.
Mr. Shiv Khera is the founder of Qualified Learning Systems Incorporated, USA. An author, educator, and business consultant, he is a much sought-after speaker. He inspires and informs people, helping them to realize their true potential. He has taken his dynamic personal messages to opposite sides of the globe, from the US to Singapore. His 30 years of understanding and experience has helped people on the path of personal growth and fulfillment. He has been recognized by the Round Table Foundation, honored by Alliance International and Rotary International. Mr. Shiv Khera's client list includes, among others, Lufthansa, Motorola, Nestle, Philips, Gillette, Hewlett-Packard, Carrier, IBM, Ericsson, General Motors, Johnson & Johnson, HSBC, and many more. He has appeared on numerous radio and television shows. Mr. Shiv Khera is also the author of the international bestseller book, You Can Win, in 16 languages. His other books are on their way to creating new records. Tens of thousands have benefited from his dynamic workshops in 17 countries, and over 1 million people have heard him as a keynote speaker. His trademark is, winners don't do different things. They do things differently.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I invite Mr. Shiv Khera onto the dais. Sir, please.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning. Okay, volume thoda niche kijiye. Volume slightly lower. Okay. Can you hear me at the back? Thoda volume kam kijiye. Volume kam kijiye. Yeah, echo kam kijiye. Echo bhi zyada hai. Folks, I believe you had a nice party, slightly volume upper. Last evening, it was an entertainment. I notice many of you have got the i15s and the massive, nice phones, fancy phones. Kindly get your mobile in your hand, please, everybody. All of you, get up, get it up. Everybody get your mobile up, please, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Okay. Now, kindly switch off, please. Kindly switch off. Kindly switch off. Folks, let me ask you, if I keep my mobile on and if it keeps ringing in between, if I keep fiddling with it, would it be courteous to you people? Yes, no? Hello? Yes, no? Oh, come on, folks. You had your breakfast? Yes, no? Okay. Can we practice courtesy both sides, please? Kindly switch off. Folks, in our office, very clearly it is requested to everybody, nobody, including me, is allowed to bring their mobile in a conference room. Nobody. Folks, we had a member of parliament come the other day. He said, "Can I bring my mobile?" I said, "No, sir." Folks, let me ask you, if you came to my office and if I keep my mobile on, one, it is discourteous, ill-mannered. Two, am I not wasting your time? Yes, no? Do I have a right to do it? No, I have no right to do it. So I commit, I will not waste your time, but I will not let you waste my time either. You put your mobile out too. I will not let you waste my time either. Folks, these are some basic courtesy. Look, it's a big advantage tool. It's become a nuisance too. So we need to understand exactly what it is. And because of this, you can't be ill-mannered and discourteous to others. Are you with me, folks? Can I have a big yes? Okay. On the lighter side, one time, a young boy went to his dad and said, "Dad, I'm confused. I want to know the truth." Father says, "Son, go ahead. What do you want to know?" So the boy said, "Dad, you keep saying God created us. But mother keeps saying our ancestors were monkeys. Dad, what's the truth?" Father said, "Son, we're both telling the truth. I'm talking of my side of the family. She's talking of her side of the family. That's all." All right, folks, that is on the lighter side. But now let's come back to serious business. Whenever you see a success story or a failure story, there are people behind it. True? Now, if you agreed with that, then most natural question comes, how many agree that people are our greatest assets? Please raise your hand. All the way up. All the way up. Okay. Incorrect answer. Folks, people are not assets. Only good people are assets. Rest are all liabilities. Only good people. Look, we were just talking to this gentleman, managing director of Accenture. Only good people are assets. Rest are all liabilities. And goodness needs to be created consciously evil happens. This is nature's law. Goodness must be created consciously. Evil happens automatically. This is just like a farmer. If they have to build a good garden, they must consciously plant good seeds of good flowers and good fruits. But weeds keep coming. They don't have to plant weeds. They just keep coming automatically. Now, after the farmer has planted good seeds, there's a whole army of insects and weeds ready to destroy his hard work. Now, the farmer has a choice. Either get destroyed or destroy them. Both cannot live together. Folks, are you with me? Hello? Both cannot live together. So either get destroyed or destroy them. That means he has to fight. So there is a fight here. So that means fight is nature's law. Not fighting is not a choice. So you want to live in peace, be ready to fight. Look, everywhere is the same story. Within our body, we have the red cells, we have the white cells. What is the function of the white cells? To fight infection. Do you realize every day our body releases millions of cancerous cells and millions of immunity cells? They fight. Whichever is stronger wins. So there is a fight going on in our body right now. Fight is nature's law. Not fighting is not a choice. Now when we fight, our objective is not just to get involved, but our objective is to fight to win. We must fight to win. And in order to win, we must be strong. Now, my new book that is coming out, which is going to be launched next year, we must be strong in 5 areas, which if I have the time, I'll elaborate, otherwise I'll skip it. We must be strong in 5 different areas. 1 is physically strong, 2, mentally strong, 3, emotionally strong, 4, financially strong, and 5, spiritually strong. We must be strong in all 5 areas. Physical, mental, emotional, financial. Financial is crucial. And spiritual. Now, why do I say physically strong? Folks, physical strength gives us sustenance. It gives us energy. And when we are not physically strong, when we are physically weak, it impacts our decision-making process. Have you noticed when we are not strong physically, the kind of decisions we end up making in life, we will never make such decisions when we are physically strong. Are you with me? It impacts our decision-making process. 2 is mentally strong. Have you noticed this is called mental toughness? Have you noticed there are some people, no matter what they do, they always succeed. And there are some people in this world, no matter what they do, they always fail. So that means Aristotle, what he said 2,000 years ago is true, means success is a habit and so is failure. I repeat, success is a habit and so is failure. Folks, there has been so much of research gone into the topic of success and failure. If you read biographies and autobiographies of successful people, you will find there are some common characteristics in all successful people. Common behavior in all successful people. And it says, if you follow those common behaviors, you shall be successful. You got the common attributes. And similarly, if you look at life histories of failures, you will find there are some behaviors common in all failures. And if you avoid them, then you shall not be a failure. Very clear. And mental toughness is one of the things that is crucial in people who are successful. Folks, who was the legend in martial art in the last century? Somebody give me a name. Bruce Lee. Thank you, sir. Now, you know the legend, his success story. How many of you know that Bruce Lee's one leg was shorter than the other by 1 inch? Okay, one person knows that. 1 inch. See, 1 mm, 2 mm can disalign a person. But sir, 1 inch. And Bruce Lee's eyesight was -10. He could not see his opponent without lenses. But Bruce Lee practiced 5,000 punches per day. And I've quoted Bruce Lee in my new book, You Can Achieve More. He said, I'm not afraid of a person who knows 10,000 ways how to kick. I'm afraid of a person who knows only one way. But he's practiced one way 10,000 times. That's dangerous. Now, was Bruce Lee an exception? Somebody give me an answer. Was he an exception? Somebody raise your hand, please. How many say he was an exception? Raise your hand. One person. Two. How many say he was not an exception? Raise your hand. Okay. Okay. How many are confused? Please raise your hand. Okay, good, good. You know, interestingly, people who are confused, when they raise their hand, they come to here only. Their hands only come. And you look at them, they start doing this. It's interestingly. But that is the interesting part. But that's perfectly fine. Folks, the answer who's people who said, no, he was not an exception, I agree with them. Why? Because go check out all success stories. They're all stories of great failures. Why go Bruce Lee? You heard the name Michael Phelps. He was a swimmer. He created history at 2008 in Beijing. Now, how many of you know that 2 years prior to the Olympics, he fractured his hand? How many know that? Okay, a few people. And doctor said you can't get in the water anymore. And the question is, even if your hand does get repaired, will it have the same strength? You are competing at the Olympics, not your neighborhood kids. But Michael Phelps was preparing for this event a decade ago. He couldn't see his lifetime dream shatter. As somebody said, dreams are not what come in sleep. Dreams are those that don't let you sleep. He told the doctor, I will go in the water. I won't use my hands, I'll use my legs. He continued using his legs. 2 years later, at Beijing, he created history, won 8 gold medals. After he won the 8 gold medals, somebody said to him, must be your lucky day. Must be your lucky day, you won 8 gold medals. When Michael Phelps heard that, he didn't like it. He said, you come here, I'll tell you how lucky I got. He said, in the last 4 years, I have trained 10,000 hours. And if you're good at maths, that translates into 2,500 hours per year. And if you're good at calculus, that translates into 8 hours per day, no Sunday. And he told the man, you go sit in the water for 8 hours every day for the next 4 years, your body will shrivel. And he asked, did I get lucky? Did I get lucky? He said, luck is not designed to deliver you these things in life. To Too many crackpots keep waiting for a jackpot. Are you with me? It doesn't work that way. And he said, athletes train 15 years for 15 seconds of performance. Go ask them, did they get lucky? Folks, why do I share this with you? Especially in India, I make it a point to share all the time. Because many times people see a success story, you know what they say? Must be lucky, must be at the right place at the right time. And one of the biggest damage done to India has been done by our media. Anytime you turn the TV on, what do you see? Horoscope. There is a Guruji, Babaji, Sadhuji, and with three tilaks here, and he's asking, Naam bolo, Janam Tithi bolo, kahan se bol rahe bolo, Janam time bolo, Guruji malum nahi, doesn't matter. He has a laptop. And he does tick, 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 tick. Then he says, so Mangal mein baitha hai, Mangal Budh mein baitha hai, Dul Phalane mein baitha hai, Tisra wahan baitha hai. And then he says, Are dusra tisre mein baitha hai. Are dusra tisre ke ghar mein baithega to problem to hoegi, guarantee. 100% hoegi. Then he says, Mangalik, 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 Mangalik. The guy is scared. Then what do? Kele ke ped se shaadi kar lo, people ke ped se shaadi kar lo, mar jayega, koi baat nahi, it doesn't matter. Then he gets, Shani chad gaya, Shani chad gaya, Shani chad gaya, Shani chad gaya. Now the guy is scared. How the hell do I get rid of Shani? He says, एक काला रुमाल लीजिए, उसमें काली दाल डालिए, फिर काला काजल लगाइए, काले बाल काला खोजो, 7 बारी खोपड़ी पे घुमाओ, काला कुत्ता खोजो, काला बर्तन खोजो, काला काला कोला सब कुछ खोलो, काला 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 खोजो. And people are running around looking for kala 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 kala. साहब एक बात बताइए. If it is so easy to get Shani in, Shani out, Shani in, Shani out, Shani in, Shani out, why don't we send Shani to Pakistan? सारे terrorist को मरवा दो यार. Why don't we send Shani to Ladakh to fight the Chinese? Madam, आपसे मैं बात पूछना चाहता हूँ. Why does Shani permanently stay only in India, never goes to Australia, never goes to New Zealand, never goes to US, never, nothing! The guy stays here permanently. Ma'am, why is that? And if you look at the life history of Swami Vivekananda, Dayanand, Guru Nanak, they never believed in all these things. In fact, they fought against it. Guru Nanak fought against it. Folks, look at them. Are you aware that in Sikh families, they never tally horoscopes? Are you aware that there is no Shubh Muhurat for a wedding? Every Sikh wedding takes place on a Sunday. There is no Manglik. Why am I sharing this with you? People keep running, Guruji, Babaji, Guruji, Babaji, Guruji, Babaji, and they touch their feet. The guy should be in jail. Hello? Babaji, kya kare? Babaji, kya kare? One Baba said, Beta, preet karo, preet karo, preet karo. He's selling preet. Another Baba says, Beta, you do honey karo, honey karo, honey karo. So that Baba is selling honey. Third Baba is mixing honey and preet together. In Karnal, he's honey preet together. What a joke. The guy should be in jail. I heard on the TV, thousands of people, one guy is saying, Kal jalebi khai thi, kal golgappe khai the, chutney kaun si khai thi. Are yahi problem. Folks, this is what is going on. Why am I sharing this? You know something? This is what is making our country weak. This is not spiritual. This is a racket. It's a scam. Folks, life always does not go up, 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 up. It also comes down. Yes, no? That's right. And when there's a down, people who are responsible for their own behavior, they analyze the situation, they ask a question. If a similar situation came, would I behave the same way? If the answer is yes, means you haven't learned anything. If the answer is no, this is what I learned, and I will change this, so they avoid future mistakes. But people who don't want to learn, they never do such things. And you know what they say? My stars are not favoring me. And they learn nothing, and they keep repeating the same mistake again and again and again. I saw one man on the TV. The guy was wearing rings, 2 rings per finger. 2 rings per finger. One for this, one for that, one for this, one for... He said, one for this, one for that, one for this, one for that, one for this. Hurry. I said, you got 10 downstairs also. What the hell is going on? Folks, I share with you, once I was going to the airport, and the driver hit the brake so hard, car came to a screeching halt. I asked him what happened. बोले साहब बिल्ली रास्ता काट गई. तो मैंने कहा भाई अब क्या होगा? बोले साहब आप शगुन है कुछ नुकसान हो जाएगा. तो मैंने कहा क्या करोगे? बोले गाड़ी रोक देता हूँ साहब. गाड़ी रोक देता हूँ. So I asked him, सर बंद कर दीजिए थोड़ी देर भाई, थोड़ी देर बंद कर दो आप. सर फोन बंद कर दीजिए थोड़ा सा, नहीं तो you can leave, you can do much better outside. Stay up. So I asked him, गाड़ी कब तक रोकोगे भैया? कहता है जब तक कोई दूसरा गाड़ी न निकाल ले. मैंने कहा उसका नुकसान हो गया. बोले that's his problem. Then I asked him, sir, supposing you were 15 yards ahead of the billy, and the billy had crossed the road, and had you not seen the billy, and in that case, you would have just been driven straight, and yours would have been the first car. Then what would you have done? Sahab, look at this guy. He spoke with so much confidence. He says, Sahab, in that case, उस हालत में बिल्ली की पावर कम हो जाती है. Can you imagine the guy is so knowledgeable about billy? This is what is good. You are laughing, but educated people, PhDs and MBAs are doing the same thing. And folks, I respect sentiments, but you see, I find 90% people going to temples today, they go there more out of fear than out of faith. You don't do this, this will happen. You don't do this, this will happen. You don't do this, this will happen. What is going on? We need to accept responsibility. Folks, I come from a business family. We had coal mines in India, close to 1,000 people working. And the government took over. The government nationalized. We came on the street. Street means street. Some families had money, our family did not. And I remember I was just married 4 weeks then. A year later, my daughter was born, and I sold some of the last piece of my mother's jewelry to get released from the hospital. I did not have $10 to buy milk that night. I tried my hands on 3 businesses with no money, and I failed in all. Finally, November 13, 1975, I left India. Went to US, initially went to Toronto, and started life with a bucket in my hand, washing cars door to door. For about 1.5 years, I was washing cars on the street. And totally by accident, I got into selling life insurance, which in my opinion is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. Folks, why do I say that? Is because selling life insurance is one of the toughest things to sell in the world. Selling a glass, house, car, pen, clothes, much easier. Why? You can touch and feel and touch and feel and touch and feel and touch and feel. But you see, life insurance, all you say, when you die, family will be happy, okay? When you die, family will be okay. The guy says, okay, who's seen it? You have to accept rejection. There are 50 people who say no, 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 before somebody says yes. You got rejection 50 times. And most people get demotivated and they quit. Do you know in the life insurance industry, statistics are they have to hire 100 people every year to retain only 10. 90% people quit within the first year. And out of 90%, out of the 10% that stay back, 80% of them are barely able to make a living. Only 2% make a killing. 2% make a killing. Same product, same price, same audience, same market. How come only 2% people make a killing out of it? 98% quit. They're not able to do anything. So, it's a rejection business. You get rejected so much. Now, why I say that is that it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because sadly today in schools and colleges, teachers, parents, we teach our kids only 2 words. Succeed and win, succeed and win, succeed and win, succeed and win, succeed and win. But life, we never teach them how to fail and how to lose and how to fail and how to lose. And failing and losing is a reality. It happens. And when they have not learned how to fail and how to lose, and when they do fail, they don't know how to handle it, they go into deep depressions and they commit suicide. Look at the IITians. The top brain in the world, highest IQs. Who has the highest suicide rate? Also the IITians. Emotionally wrong, gone. Folks, when I started selling life insurance, within 3 months my manager called me back to fire me for non-performance. He said to me, he said, Shiv, I've been in this life insurance business 35 years. He said, I've seen some slow starts in my life, but I've never seen one like you. He said, don't come back tomorrow. You're fired. I said, Joe, wait a minute. Before you fire me, at least hear me out. I'm not a doctor, engineer, attorney, accountant. I'm a BCom 3rd division, failed in my 10th. That's my academics. How do you expect performance out of me? The moment I said that day, somebody spoke very harshly to me, and he said to me, you shut up and listen to me. He shouted at me. He said, you shut up and listen to me. He said, you don't have a handicap, you have a bad attitude. And he said, it is people like you who not only ruin their own lives, but they also ruin their family's life too. Then he said, do you know who has a handicap in life? He said, the doctor, engineer, attorney, accountant, they all have handicaps. I said, boy, never heard that one. He said, go check out all over the world. They all have chosen their field, they are stuck. They all have chosen their field, they are stuck. Generally true, exceptions different. And he says to me, you haven't chosen your field, don't you see the world is open to you? I said, Joe, I never thought from that point of view. He said, now that you're fired, he said, you got all the time to think. He said, leave my office. Folks, I left his office that day 47 years ago. That evening, there was a program going on by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, the man who wrote the book Power of Positive Thinking. Folks, when I was talking about astrology and superstition, which I talked of, there's an article written in India Today, January issue of 2018. He says, because of superstition, in many parts of India, natural childbirth has gone down by 80%. They have quoted South India, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Madras. Go check out, Google it. 80% of childbirth in those places is done through C-section operation. 80%. Why is that? Can anybody guess? Take a guess? Yes. Yeah, the astrologer said, pull out the kid at this time. What a joke. Coming back, that evening I attended a program by Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, who wrote the book Power of Positive Thinking. And as Dr. Peale came in, he looked at everybody, said, it appears you people are so cool, calm, comfortable, nobody has a problem here. Then he asked, does anybody have a problem here? Now, who doesn't have a problem? So everybody raised their hand. And then Dr. Peale asked, how many people would like to get rid of their problem? Again, everybody raised their hand. Then Dr. Peale said, while I was coming here, I came across a place where I saw some people lying down, all stretched out, comfortable, totally relaxed. They had no problem whatsoever. How many people would like to know where that place is? Again, everybody raised a hand. Then Dr. Peale said, 2 blocks away from here, there is a cemetery. Shamshan Ghat hai sab. There is a cemetery. There are people lying there, all stretched out, comfortable. They have no problem whatsoever. How many people would like to get rid of their problem? Nobody raised their hand. Everybody put their hand in their pocket. Then Dr. Peale said, remember, problem is a sign of life. So long as we are alive, we shall have problems. The day we don't have problem, we'd be dead. And when you're running short of problems, get on your knees, pray to God. Have you stopped trusting me anymore? Send me some problems. But that day he gave a prayer which is called the Serenity Prayer. Some of you might have heard it before. And it goes like this. In my opinion, it is the crux of life. It says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, and courage to change the things that I can, and wisdom to know the difference what I can and what I cannot. If you analyze this little prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Let me ask you, can we change everything in this world to suit ourselves? Answer is no. Can we mold and manipulate everything to suit ourselves? Answer is no. There are many, many things beyond, such as, I didn't choose my parents, neither did you. I didn't decide where I was going to be born, neither did you. If this is my height and the color of my skin, there's nothing I can do about it. And granted, sometimes people are born deformed. What wrong did they do? Who knows? And sometimes bad things do happen to good people for no fault of their own. What wrong did they do? Who knows? It says, what I cannot change, let me accept it graciously, not grudgingly. Because many times in life, we keep fighting the things we just cannot change. And we bring stress into our lives, we become paralyzed, and we become unproductive. But if I can change, give me the courage to do it, and wisdom to know the difference, what I can and what I cannot. Now, folks, when I wrote my new book, You Can Achieve More, I took this thought 2 steps forward. And I wrote in that life is full of choices and life is full of compromises. Seems like a contradiction, but not really. How is life full of choices? See, folks, if I ill-treat you, I have chosen to be ill-treated, haven't I? If I treat you with discourtesy, I've chosen to be treated with discourtesy, haven't I? If I light up a cigarette, I've chosen to invite cancer, haven't I? If I drink and drive, I've chosen to invite an accident, haven't I? And if I exercise every day, I've chosen to invite good health, haven't I? And if I eat too much every day, I've chosen to be obese, haven't I? And if I tell lies, I have chosen to lose my credibility, haven't I? Yes, no. That's right. See, life is full of choices. Now, the next sentence is very important. We are all free to the point of choice. But after we make our choices, the choice controls the chooser. We have no more choice. It's all over. I repeat, We are all free only to the point of choice, but after we make our choices, the choice controls the chooser. We have no more choice after that. Now, how is life full of compromises? As somebody said, well, in life, we cannot choose the cards that are dealt to us. What we can choose is how we play the game. And sometimes nature gives us a lemon. The choice is ours. Do we cry? Or do we make lemonade? That's a choice. Now, sometimes people do ask me, Mr. Khera, people who are successful, don't they make mistakes? And people who fail, don't they do positive things in life? My answer is that people who succeed, they do make mistakes. But remember, making a mistake once in a while does not make anyone a failure. Repeating the same mistake again and again, it was what makes a person a failure. Are you with me? And doing something positive once in a while. Sir, kindly switch off, please. Kindly switch off, please. And doing something positive once in a while does not bring success. It is repeating the same positive behavior again and again is what brings success. Now, folks, after attending Dr. Peel's program, I went back to my manager, to Joe. I said, Joe, give me one more shot. Don't fire me. I said, I make one commitment to you. I won't let you down because of my effort. But please withdraw the papers, because if you fire me today, I don't know where to go. And the only place I know where to go is go back to washing cars. And I said, I don't want to do that anymore. I have a little daughter. I make one commitment. I won't let you down. He said to me, he said, Shiv, that's not your small one. That's your big one. And he said, I'll let you stay here only if you make a commitment, not to me, but to yourself. I'll let you stay. Folks, that day I made a commitment. He withdrew the papers. And that year I went ahead, sold in excess of $1 million. Next year, 3 million. Year after, 5 million. Moved on to the US. Got into 3 businesses. I bought out a company out of California in 1984. Started the New Jersey operation with no clients. And I sold my company with close to 500 clients for a decent sum. Now, why am I sharing my life with you? For a few reasons. Number one, I kept failing all my life and kept blaming the whole world for my failure, not realizing that I was my own biggest problem. Nothing changed outside, something changed inside, and the direction of my life changed. Folks, let me ask you, many times in life, aren't we our own biggest problem? Yes, no. Number 2, when my manager said to me, you shut up and listen to me, that day I learned a lesson, which means that sometimes in life, you got to be unkind to be kind. Leadership is not a popularity contest. Sometimes in life, you got to be unkind to be kind. And 3, folks, I was on commission. 100% commission. If I didn't sell, I wouldn't get any money, and I had no money. But I saw there were people in my company who were getting salaries, but they were not doing the job. That's the time I learned the difference between making money versus earning money. I learned that making money is criminal, earning money is spiritual. Are you with me? Hello? Making money is criminal, earning money is spiritual. What's the difference? When you earn money, you put your energy and ethics behind it. And sadly today, most people want to make money. Very few want to earn it. Folks, there was a study done in US by Gallup. It said 63% of people who go to work, they're disengaged. Means they don't do their job. An additional 24% are actively disengaged. Means they don't let others also don't do their job. That leaves only 13% of people who go to work actually do work. Only 13% of people who go to work actually do work. Go check your own companies. You'll find exactly the same thing going on right now. And it said, another study along with it was that with it, social media the way it is today, when people go to work, they spend 2 to 3 hours per day in their personal social media. Tell me, is that what we're getting paid for? When somebody steals your wallet from your pocket, what do you call that person? A thief. And when we do all these things, what are we? Big thieves. We need to understand wages without work amounts to stealing. And folks, tell me, whatever I have shared in the last 45 minutes, show me one college, educational institution, university teaching this stuff anywhere in the world. Not one! Not one! In fact, IIM Nagpur has just partnered with us. They've signed a collaboration with us. And now IIM Sambalpur, IIM Ranchi, they're looking to sign up a collaboration agreement with us. It's mandatory, not optional. Every MBA student has to go through our program, leadership program now. Who's teaching this? See, folks, when we do corporate training, we tell people what we are doing in your company is repair work. This is called repair. Repairing here. Now, if you prepare them, you won't have to repair them. Where do you prepare them? In schools and colleges. And they're not doing their job. They're getting certifications. The expectations are so high because they have a piece of paper. You see, the expectations are so high, they come out of MBA. They all want to start as CEOs. How do you like that? They're misfits. Folks, in fact, you handed me the mic a little late. I just want to finish up one little thing. Another 7 minutes, would that be okay, folks? Hello? Yeah? Okay. See, folks, let me share with you, unless there's a take-home sitting here, and if you walk out of here, oh, that was a nice speech or a good speaker, it's all rubbish, it's a waste of time, your time, my time. Doesn't mean anything. Unless there's a take-home here and say, this is what I'm going to practice, it's a waste of time. Now, folks, let me share with you, on a very limited basis, we are taking some clients on a consulting assignment, 4 or 5 in a year. That's all we can handle. We can't handle more. We took a company for a consulting client assignment with a Swiss collaboration. I got a call from the CEO. Mr. Khera, can you do some sales training for our people? I said, sir, give me a couple of days, I'll come back to you. 2 days later, I called them and I said, sir, your people don't need sales training. They need basic training in courtesy, etiquette, manners, integrity. He said, what? I said, yes, sir. Your people need basic training in courtesy, etiquette, manners, integrity. He said, what does that mean? I said, many of your salespeople have appointments. They're running late. They don't even have the courtesy to call and say, I'm sorry, I'm running late. And time to call is when? Before you got late or after you got late? Before. They walk in late. They don't even have the courtesy to say, I'm sorry, I kept you waiting, I apologize. They don't even say that, many of them. And in case they call, what do they say on the phone? I'm stuck in traffic. Now don't get me wrong, traffic has become a real issue all over the world. But many times, they leave only 1 minute before the appointment and they blame it on traffic. They don't have the integrity and guts to say, I'm sorry, sir, I did start late. I apologize. They don't have the guts and integrity to say, I'm sorry, I did start late. And we find only the first lie is difficult. Second becomes easier. Third becomes easier. Fourth becomes easier. And fifth becomes easier. And sixth becomes. And very soon, you are dealing with a chronic liar who is a bloody rascal. Tell me, if this is the starting point of a relationship, how long will it last? How long will it last? Folks, only the first lie is difficult. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 10th become much easier. And how many of you have heard this phrase, practice makes perfect? How many believe it's true? Please raise your hand. Go ahead. Okay, one more incorrect answer. Folks, practice does not make perfect. Practice only makes permanent whatever you practice. And many times people say, this is a little lie, when the big one comes, I'll tell the truth. You practice enough little lies in life, when the big one comes, what happens? You end up telling a big lie. And many times people say, this is a little thing, when the big one comes, I'll show courage. You practice cowardice. Enough little things in life, when the big one comes, what happens? You end up being a big coward. Practice does not make perfect. Practice only makes permanent whatever you practice. Folks, and experience shows very clearly that people who lie, they also steal. Folks, I was doing a program at Lalit Hotel. This is Lalit's sign. And right next to my bed, there was a side table. On the side table, there was a clock, digital clock, alarm clock. Nice looking clock. How much does it cost? Who cares? Could be $1, $2, $10, $25. It makes no difference. But the most important thing, sir, next to the clock was written this big sign. Sir, what does it say?
This clock is hotel property. This clock is hotel property. This clock is hotel property.
It says this clock is hotel property. And right next to it, there was a nice little lamp. And next to the lamp also it was written, this lamp also is hotel property. Why do they write such things? Hello? You mean by mistake they pack up? They pack up. And tell me, the person who's staying there, sir, is paying $30,000 that night. $30,000. So is he poor? Is he poor? No means. He could buy the hotel, sir. He could buy the hotel. But you know, they pack up cutleries, crockeries, linens, towels. And They bring it home and with great pride they tell the kids, I collect souvenirs. The guy should be in jail. Folks, I hate to say it, it is really, really embarrassing. Nothing to be proud of. This is an article that came out of TOI. April 2013. It says Indians happen to be the third largest hotel item thieves in the world. You tell me, which college is teaching all this stuff? Whatever we talked in the last 1 hour. Folks, I could just go on and on. I think my time is way up. We do a 4-day leadership program. I don't know, anybody attended a 4-day thing or 3-day thing? Leadership program here? Okay. Okay, you have attended our 3-day programs. Okay. And that's exactly what our program is talking about, is how to create a culture of trust and accountability. Folks, all over the world today, what is the biggest challenge people are facing all over the world? 2 things, trust and accountability. And that is the key. And how can you work in an organization where that is missing? Sir, we were talking about it right before the program. Now, I have some lucky draws. Has everybody given out their cards? Okay, quickly, hand over your cards. Rohit, upar haath khara karo. He's coming, and this side, Abhinav is coming. And the jumbo prize on the lucky draw will be 2.5 lakhs scholarship we will give for 1 seat into our leadership program, 2.5 lakhs. And where is Mr. Mahapatra? Mr. Mahapatra, where is he? Where is he? Mr. Mahapatra. No, I need you here, sir. I would request you to kindly take out the lucky draw. Yeah. Hang in. Okay, you both do it, because we have 3-4 lucky draws here. Folks, let me share with you something. Quickly hand over the cards. Time ho gaya sir hamara? हमको आपने 20 minutes late भी दिया था. So, folks, let me share with you quickly 2 things. Kindly take your seats, please. We have something called, everybody who want to get in part of the lucky draw, we have something called a success manual. I met a gentleman, जरा जल्दी से बेटा कार्ड दीजिए फटाफट. All of you, kindly collect the cards. जल्दी से आओ बेटा इधर. आप इकट्ठा कीजिए, वहां पर कीजिए जल्दी से. Folks, kindly get up and hand over the cards, please. Lucky draw. Everybody done with the cards? Okay, let's move on. We have how many of you are familiar with the journal? Raise your hand, please. Ma'am, you are familiar? Okay. Then I will give you this as my gift to you. Folks, this is a success manual which we created about 40 years ago. Somebody said to me, says, Shiv, if you want to change your life forever, just invest 10 minutes a day in yourself. Only 10 minutes a day for the next 41 days. So I said, all right. Folks, success manual, it says, reflection is a process of learning. It's not like a diary. Diary you use, throw it off once a year, and it's all gone. But this is called an idea book. If you don't capture ideas, they are gone. This is an idea book. A reflection is a process learning. When we reflect, what do? We review 2 things. We review our actions and we review our intentions. Are you with me? We review our actions and intentions. And just invest 5 minutes a day. So what we did, we created a fill in the blank. Can't be easier. Fill in the blank. You have your goals, it explains the journal, and so on. And you will find most people who are successful, they maintain a journal. And you just fill in only 4 sentences, complete them. It's fill in the blank. It says here, today I feel. Write down how you feel. Be honest. I feel good, I feel bad, I feel sad, I feel glad. Write your true feelings. True feelings. 2 is, today I have learned. What have I learned today? You see, people who are successful, they count life very differently. If I've not learned anything today, I've lost a day. If I've learned something today, I've gained a day. This is how people calculate. And third, today I'm proud of. What am I proud of? Am I proud of anything? If yes, what? If not, why not? And lastly, today I commit to improve. Folks, tell me, if you fill this 41 days, how many commitments have you made in 41 days? Folks, not correct. You, after 6-7 days, you find you start repeating the same thing again and again and again. You know why? There are only 4 or 5 bad habits that are pulling us down. That's all. No more. You start doing it every day for 41 days. And what is the magic of 41 days? It makes a habit. 42nd day becomes a habit. And folks, we are all creatures of habits. When we were growing, our parents said one thing, form good habits and habits form characters. I repeat, form good habits and habits form characters, because 90% of our behavior is habitual. We don't think, we just act. And good habits are hard to come by, but they're easy to live with. And bad habits come easy, but they're hard to live with. And before we got the habits got us. And 41 days is what it takes to do to form a habit. So, ma'am, this is for you. And quickly, sir, kindly take out. दूसरा कहाँ है? Sir, mix कर दिया ना, ठीक है. Quickly.
Priya Sengupta.
Priya Sengupta. Again. Oh. Ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, I'm going to give you a stationery set. You want to show to them, everybody. It's
2 Sharpies are there.
okay.
And a folder, a mini folder inside this.
My God, you already x-rayed everything. Okay, next one. अभी बाद में करेंगे, थोड़ा सा टाइम बचा लें.
Trans-Asian Softtech.
Trans-Asia Softtech. What is the name of the person? Vijay Anand. Vijay Anand. Come quickly. Sir, this is something. Very cool. Folks, this is a. It's a gift set that we have, which has three things. You can win wallet, you can win card holder, and you can win luggage tags. Why we created luggage tags, sir, is because many of you people travel a lot. And one of the biggest challenges we people face is identifying our bags when it comes at the belt. Sometimes people pack up and they take it by mistake. And this way, when you have a big you can win on the luggage tag, right from there you recognize and pick up your luggage right there. Sir, this is for you. And that's the cover. And next one, please, quickly.
T.K. Radhakrishnan.
T.K. Radhakrishnan. Come quickly, sir. And now, Sir, now it's a little too late. This will be unfair. It will be unfair. Sir, this is you can win. Look at this. It's totally a black inside, and these are gold and silver. You need to gel, get back a little bit. You need to fill up, and when you fill this completely with black and gold, it looks like a bride all dressed in black and gold. Thank you very much. And the last jumbo prize, sir, could I request you to take it out, sir? This is a scholarship of 2.5 lakhs, one seat into our leadership program. And sir,
Kaushik Sarkar.
Kaushik Sarkar, ye alag rakhiega. Sir, you have a seat into our program. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. And sir, could I give you a jewelry box? It has a winner's mug. It says winners don't do different things, they do things differently. And folks, when we do our 4-day leadership program, people walk away with a 3 to 5 year action plan. Now, why 3 years? We could make 10 years, 15-year action plan, but we only stick to 3. Why 3? Can somebody give me an answer? Why 3? You know something? Go look at big companies like Accenture. Any big company all over the world. They had 3 great years. If you have 3 great years the way you want them, it'll launch you for next 30 years. The momentum starts taking you up. That's why we go. And when people go through our program, they walk away with an action plan, and we give them a You Can Win wristband. Now, sometimes I meet people at the airport, they come enthusiastically, and they say, Mr. Khera, do you find any change in me? Do you see any change in me? I said, how can I tell in 30 seconds I can change? Then immediately, they pull the wristband like this. They said, Mr. Khera, when we left your program, we went with an action plan. We went out with an action plan, and I'm still practicing this wristband, reminds me of the program. And he says, anytime I see the wristband, after 5 years, he's still wearing the wristband. He says, it reminds me of the program, and I keep practicing my. So folks, for all of you, I brought this wristband. If any of you would like to have it, I'll be more than happy to pass you this wristband. And ma'am, can you pass this on further? Can you pass this on further? It'll remind you of this program, and you can wear it for 5 years, 10 years. Okay. Jaldi se bhaiya, aage dijiye. We'll do it. I think with those words, yeah, let them. We have. Oh, I have a 15-minute slot with him. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Let me come back
I will
to you.
request Mr. Shiv Khera to kindly come onto the stage,
Folks,
please.
I have only 15 of my new books, You Can Achieve More. And that was launched in London. Only 15. I'll meet you outside if you want to have an autographed book. So I'll meet you outside.
We have a very
What-
interesting
give me your
conversation now, and I'll request Mr. Shiv Khera to kindly come onto the dais and
Sir,
take
we
his
have
seat.
We have a 4-day leadership program, and we shall give you a scholarship to attend the program. I'll let you know. We've got your card now.
Dear participants, I'm sure you have lots of questions, but we have a very interesting session now with Mr. Shiv Khera, and I request you to kindly come forward and take your seat. You take it up, sir. Yeah. 1 second.
Somebody coming? Okay, right, sir.
And I have Professor
Thank you, sir.
Suranjan Das, Vice Chancellor of Adamas University, for this fireside chat. And I hand over the session to Professor Suranjan Das now. Sir.
Sure. Ma'am, this mic is not working. Hello? The professor's mic is not working.
It's on.
देखिए. Check. All right, let's work with this mic.
Well, could I first thank the organizers for giving this unique opportunity of interacting with someone who is widely recognized as the best motivational speaker in the world. And sir, you have once again proved yourself to be that. I have read your books, but I did not have an opportunity to interact with you personally. So what I'll do after this extremely stimulating talk, I'm sure many of you do have questions. I would not ask much questions, but I would just set the ball rolling, and then I would request the floor to ask the questions. So let me go take a philosophical question. And this relates to the definition of success. How do we define success? Let me start with a philosophical question. How do we define success? Here I am reminded of a very pertinent saying of Gautam Buddha, and the saying runs as follows. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. How do you react to it? Particularly in the context of the title of the session, Master Success and Achieve More. Don't you think unless we strike a balance between master success and achieve more, there will be a continuity between success and achieving more, which might be disastrous, not only for the individual, but for society at large.
All right, sir. In my book, You Can Win, we've defined success as a progressive realization of a worthy goal. That means success is not a journey, it's a destination. I'm sorry, it's not a destination, it is a journey. Realization is a feeling. You cannot make me successful. I must feel success inside me. That's why what appears success externally is total emptiness internally. No wonder billionaires like Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, billionaires take drugs, commit suicide. So world saw them successful, but they didn't feel it. Progressive realization of a worthy goal. Worthy is our value system. Now, sometimes people say values are subjective. They keep changing from person to person, situation to situation. Do you agree with that, sir?
I believe.
You believe that? Well then, if a person says values are subjective, they keep changing from person to person, situation to situation, it means they have no values. How can it change from person to person? They have no values then. When we talk of values, we talk of universal and eternal values. Universal means they cross country, cross culture, cross religion. And eternal means they were here before we came, they will be here after we are gone. Now, when it comes to values, many times I've been asked, Mr. Khera, you are saying there are some rights and wrongs. But haven't you heard the statement which says, nothing is right or wrong, your thinking makes it so? Who gave the statement? Shakespeare. And he said, you are contradicting Shakespeare. I said, of course I am, because I disagree with Shakespeare. Why do I disagree with Shakespeare? Folks, if there are no rights and wrongs in this world, everything is subjective, then every criminal in this world should be released. Who says they are wrong? You said they are wrong, they didn't think so, go keep arguing. If there are no rights and wrongs, then Hitler was totally right. Who says he was wrong? You say he was wrong, he didn't think so, go keep arguing. You keep arguing for the rest of your life, nothing will come out of it. Folks, no matter what profession we are in, we do have quality standards and benchmarks. Yes, no. Professor?
Yes, of course we have.
Okay. Now, if you didn't have them, could you achieve them?
Yes.
How could you achieve them?
No, but what I'm trying to argue is that these benchmarks change over a period of time.
Sir, let's come into
It's
that.
always related to particular phases of societal evolution. What was the benchmark in, say, a slave society will not be the benchmark in a feudal society. What would be the benchmark in a feudal society would not be the benchmark in a capitalist society, and so on. So what I'm trying to argue, there's always a correlationship between the benchmark and societal evolution.
Sir, first of all, they don't change. They don't change. Very clearly, it all depends, are you on the giving end or the receiving end? That's all. And your behavior changes, so we have double standards. Let me share with you when we are talking of universal and eternal values. Folks, hear this carefully. I'm going to share with you a short story. Then I'm going to ask 2 questions, so please listen carefully. There was an elderly lady with 2 bags of groceries in her hand waiting for a bus. Right behind her was a big boy also waiting for the bus. The bus came. They both got on the platform. The bus was totally packed. There was only one seat available at the far end, and the elderly lady started moving to get that seat. This big boy came from behind, threw his big arm around the lady, took a big step and took that seat. Now there were many passengers in the bus. One of them was a sophisticated lady. She started thinking, how clumsy of this boy. She's looking at the etiquette manners. There's a lawyer in the bus who thinks there must be a law against this kind of behavior. He's looking from a legal side. There's a surgeon in the bus who thinks this lady must have broken 3 ribs. He's looking from a surgical point of view. 4th person was a psychiatrist who thinks the boy is psychotic, needs mental help. Look, 4 people thinking 4 different ways.
So that's exactly the point.
Sir, it's not the point. 4 people looking for 4 different ways. None of them asked this question, was this behavior right or wrong? Nobody asked. Now, why don't we ask that question? You know why? Because when we ask that question, we become judgmental. And tell me, if your values are established, what is wrong in being judgmental? Now I have 2 questions. Should this boy have behaved like this with this lady? Yes, no.
Yes.
He should have thrown her?
He should have,
So
he should
give me
have-
the right answer.
Yeah, he should have
I'll
escorted
be
the-
happy to ask again.
He should
Clarify
have-
the question, sir, Professor.
Yeah.
Should this boy have behaved like with this lady? Yes, no.
The boy should have escorted the lady to the vacancy.
Sir, don't give me answer, yes, no. Should he have thrown away and taken that seat? Yes, no.
I think yes.
Sir, leave the mic. I don't think we are communicating.
That's because I think the boy, by taking the lady to the
Sir,
vacant seat,
please clarify. I don't want to waste your time. Should this boy have pushed her aside and taken that seat?
Sir,
Give me yes, no.
so it depends how you put aside.
If this is the level, this is what we teach, what are we going to teach? Wait, let me finish. Let me close now. One is, should this boy have behaved like with this lady? Yes, no. 2, should anyone in this world behave like this with anybody? Ah, that's universal.
No.
That is universal. Folks, clarifying values in this world is not difficult. Are you aware that every doctor that graduates, they take an oath of Hippocrates? Are you aware of that? Yes, no? How old is that oath? 2,000 years. Who gave that oath? Hippocrates. Anybody read that oath? It's one pager. It's only 6 lines. If you go and read that oath, do you need any more values than that one? Every lawyer who graduates take an oath of code of conduct. Are you aware how long is, any lawyer here? How long is that oath? It's less than 1 page. Less than 6 lines. Every IS officer, IPS officer, every judge, every legislator, when they take position, they have to take an oath. How long is that oath? 4 lines. If you read that oath carefully, do you need any more values than that one? Hello? You know something? Clarifying values is not difficult. What is difficult is facing up to them after clarifying. And sadly, we don't clarify. We choose to remain confused. You know why? We don't have the guts to face up to the values. And sadly, that's the sad part. You know what? We need to come back to our basics right. Wages without work amounts to stealing. We need to understand, we need to get all our basics right one more time. And that's about it. Folks, if out of this program, if you take only one thing, what I shared with you, that we need to come back to our foundation integrity, I think our program would have been done all right. Thank you very much.
Well, let's end the session
Sir,
with
I'll
that
take your
note.
leave.
And let's end that session on that note. And we hope we would be living in a better world order. But there's always a dividing line between idealism and realism. Thank you very much.